Hello, I'm Czardus, and let's play Cities Skylines. Welcome to Wareham. This will be a vanilla series that will be targeting a lot of beginner players. We're going to go through some concepts on how to build a city and how to really do a lot of different things in the base game and have it be functional and stuff like that. But also just so that console players have some content they can watch and enjoy as well, or play along with. We are playing on the Fisher's Enclave map, which is part of the newest DLC, the Sunset Harbor DLC. And I want to play with it. It is a European themed map, but we're going to do an American style city. Just because that is what I know and what I do best. And yeah, we're going to go from there. So let's go ahead and jump in and take a look at our starting area. Oh, I should mention, I do have just a couple mods turned on. One of them you can see here is Cinematic Camera. That is for my own camera work. And then I also have Ultimate Eye Candy. Those mods help me to record and stuff like that. But the starting area is actually over here. I don't know why the map starts you over there. But we're going to take a look at this and figure out, okay, well, I think, so here is the ocean. Actually, there's quite a few spots where the water could come in. We're on an island. Look at that. Well, anyway, I think that a harbor would have formed in here. I think this is a pretty good spot for a city, actually. And it's up here on a hill. I think that is pretty good. We will say that the original people landed over here and came up, or they landed down in here. No, that's not very flat. This is pretty good too. But yeah, we're going to get our city out here. So the first thing you need to do is build a road, and that will unlock the other roads. We're going to come in here, and I'm going to do my biggest tip at the beginning is to use gravel roads instead of paved roads. Gravel roads are half as much money to build and half as much to upkeep. So you can build a little bit more of them than you might otherwise build. We're going to get a road here. Yeah. I want this to kind of be the starting point of the town, and we need to eventually get over to that highway. But I do want to, we're going to come here, just go like this. Like that. I think that works well. It comes down here. Yeah. So that's kind of like the starting point of the town. And we will say that it, yeah. We've got this. We'll leave that rock in there for an old park type thing. Like a historic thing. This is a nice straight part there too. Okay. So then we're going to bring, this road is going to curve around that then. Yeah, we'll actually have that split. So I want to do a roundabout here, which is actually not quite going to, oh, we do have a one-way, okay. It's not quite going to be a roundabout though, because we have those coming that way. And we're going to switch to the curved road tool to do our roundabout. And we're going to come down here, and you can see it brings up guidelines. And when this one pops up, like there, you can see it popping up. That is 5 tips. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that comes up. So we're going 5 by 5 to get this roundabout in, or our pseudo roundabout in. Switch back to the straight road, go there, then come out this way, come down. Oh, autosave, coffee time. Okay, that comes down to, oh, we're still an autosave. I hope I did that right. I think I did. Okay, so we're going to have an oval about here. We can bring, this can come in there, and that will just get us started. Then we're going to switch to the gravel again. And we're going to bring this out this way. Just down to that road. And I think what we'll do is we'll come out this way as well. Just come right down that way. There, so now we have a split here. I want to put power over here. Biggest things you need when you start are power, water, and roads, I guess. I lost my train of thought. But we are going to do the coal power plant. A lot of people start with the wind because it is a cheaper upfront cost. But you notice the output is only 0 to 8. And so then you need to keep building them. And you might not have budgeted for the money. So I always recommend starting with coal. And we are actually going to bring a service road off of here for our power plant. So that is going to go here. Then we need water. And water, you have two options. You can pull it out of the water here, which this water is very stagnant. You can see there's a tiny arrow in there. That means that the water is barely moving. So we actually don't want to pull water out from there. We want to use a water tower, which pulls out groundwater. I'm planning to put industry here. So we don't want to have the water tower near the industry because then it'll pull out polluted water. Instead, we're going to put it over here. We'll get it like right here. And then we can do just the regular sewage drain. And we'll get that over here. It's going to make the water somewhat ugly. Where did we say that people landed? I think it was here. So we actually probably don't want... Well, here, let's hide it kind of by these rocks, as if they tried to hide their sewage. Okay, I probably built more pipes than I am actually going to need, but we're going to do the same thing with power. I wanted to make sure that we have plenty of pipes and we don't have to worry about building them in a little bit. But we do need to get our zoning up and running in the near future here. Okay, we've got power. We're going to bring some roads in here. And then, so I'm going to get some starting roads built and then we'll come back. Okay, now we've got some of the starting roads in place, and what I want to do is just get our zoning in place, and I believe we're going to start, and we're going to probably see some European-style homes develop. Let's go ahead and speed this up. But we can't do... I've toggled on... Okay, so let me start over. The theme for the map is European. I want to build American. So I've turned on the ability to have European and American style buildings through the game options. If you go to Content Manager and then go into Styles, you can toggle that. But we can't apply styles until we can do districts, and we can't do districts until we reach a population of 650. So we have to wait on that. Let's see, I want a little commercial along here, which is going to cause a little bit of a problem here. So that's where I want the commerce. I want industry over here. We're losing money still, so we're going to come in here. A lot of people like to start the game by messing with the budget and like changing taxation, because you can increase your taxation to a couple percent for each type of zoning. But I don't find that necessary. So I tend to just let the game go and run it for a little bit and go from there. So I'm going to get the city off the ground a little bit, and I will catch you on the other side of this time lapse. So we have reached the first milestone. We are now a little hamlet, which means we can do garbage, and we are going to want to do that right away. We can do schools too and other things, but we want to hold off on those because they cost a lot of money, and we don't have a big budget to deal with. So we're going to just focus on what is absolutely necessary, and that is garbage. For that, we are going to bring a road. I think we'll dump the garbage back in here. So garbage we find in here and put a landfill. And now we continue trying to grow. And now we've reached another milestone. We are a worthy village, and we can unlock another tile if we want, and we can do districts, which we are going to do. We can do forestry and agriculture specialization, but I don't think we can do industry areas. I think that is the zoned industry. But we also can do emergency services. We're going to wait until we get some people clamoring for that, but let's take a look at this. Yeah, we can't do industry areas until 6,000, but we are going to come in here and we're going to paint some districts in here, because what I want to do then, I'm going to have this be downtown. So we're going to call this Wareham. And we are going to change the style to vanilla, which is going to change a lot of stuff as it goes, or maybe not. Because it might keep those buildings there until they upgrade, which is fine. Okay, so now we're going to do another time lapse as we continue to grow here. And now we are a tiny town. We are just moving right along here. So we can do industry areas, which is great because I want to get some farming and now fishing as well. But that is pretty, and the park and plaza. So we can do quite a few things here. But we are going to get some stuff off the ground here, like getting these pipes in here. And then I'm going to walk you through a little bit of why I've chosen the way I set things up. So like I said, we had these original roads that were maybe part of the original town. Like we came in here, settled here, and then we had this road that was the main road in town, and then we had another road that came out this way. You know what, this one doesn't make sense. I'm gonna take it out. Okay, anyway, so the roads, you could tell, I mean, the original road was down there. At some point this highway was built. We'll talk about highways at some point, but then it comes in this way and we'll have it split, I think. But yeah, it comes down that way. And we're building off of that main original road, which probably was the original highway. Come to think of it, let's take a look. We've got an autosave here. Okay, so we have the river cover, like the stuff comes in there. This is more, yeah, we could have a road come across here and have an older bridge idea there, but then, yeah, okay. Yep, okay, so we're building the grid off this way, and I think that is where we're gonna go. Okay, and we have our first people that are really clamoring for emergency service. So we're going to come in here, get a police station, and I don't want it on what is going to be a main road. So we're going to tuck it away a little bit there. We might as well get a fire station too. We can afford them both. Get that over there. And that should help everybody in town be a bit happier. Now we can do industry areas, so we're going to come over here and we're going to get a farm right away. And I'm guessing that is going to be our next tile. But we will get there. So we're going to come in here and we will get a road coming this way. We're going to start with a farm. Very good. So we have a level 1 farm and we can get a few things built. That will be good. Okay, so we've got our farm, and then we can come down here and we should be able to get a fishing thing too. Let's take a look at what fish we have available. Got a lot of water pollution there now, which is not ideal, and that's going to spread here, and it looks like that is killing the fish. So we're going to want to tackle that right away. We only have shellfish and some anchovies. So actually, let's go ahead and tackle the water issue. We're going to do an inland water treatment plant, and we'll put that over here instead. And that will immediately allow us to take this out, which will help clean up that water. We'll get our harbor built. Gotta get this down here, I guess. Well, now the thing is that I don't want to get too... Let's see if we can see terrain. We can, perfect. Okay, so this is all pretty steep. I think our harbor, autosave, coffee time. Our harbor needs to be kind of a shallower area, which is going to be over here. But that's going to be a little bit of a problem. Yeah, you know what? I think what we'll do instead, we're going to level some of this out. We are going to, okay, so to level, we go to level terrain, and we right click at the terrain height we want, which is about here. And we're going to do a smaller brush. And then we left click where we want it. So we are just kind of cutting away in here. And then we're going to make a little bit of a shallower thing here. And we have to watch what soil availability we have. But that should get us a little bit of a natural harbor here. Let's bring this in a little bit more here. It's giving us a lot of soil. But we are dumping it right in here. And that is going to be our harbor. Not enough money. That was costing us a lot of money, apparently. And I was not paying attention to that. But that's fine. Okay, so we are going to then come in here and we can get a key, I believe. Get that right across here. Like that, and that should be nice and low. Yeah, and our water, the water situation should settle there. And then we can come in here. We can't build this now, it costs 8,000. So we'll go into a time lapse and I will grow the city some more. Hey, and now we have reached another milestone. We are at Boomtown. We can unlock a third tile, and we can do buses, trams, and ferries, which are good. We're not going to bother with that just yet. I'm in the middle of building. But I will say that what I'm doing here is I tried to make a smooth way down to the harbor, and then now I'm getting ready to do the fishing lines. So we'll go from there. Okay, so let's take a look at what we've got so far. We have, actually, I need to get a little bit of like commerce or something down here. So let that fill in, and then we'll have more there. But what we're doing is we are expanding out in this direction and getting a bit more residential here. And then we are also getting a harbor established. Oh, we need death care. Look at that. Death care is in here. So we're going to do a cemetery somewhere. And I think a cemetery would be fitting. We'll get the first cemetery for the region. We'll tuck it. Actually, let's see, where would they have buried their dead? Probably right in here, actually. So we're going to come in here and we're going to upgrade the road around it first. Like that, and then we're going to come in here and get a cemetery there. And actually I want it to be closer to there because no, the first spot was right. I suspect this road might end up getting upgraded at some point, but anyway, that's what we're going to do. We have death care in there, so we're like expanding a little bit this way. We're going to have a park here. Autosave. We're going to expand out this way, and what I'm thinking right now is that we're going to have more stuff out on the peninsula, be some more fishing harbors down there, but I think we're going to have fishing harbors all over the place and have little coves. Like this one is our initial one, but I think we'll get much more than that. So that is where I'm going with some of that. I'm going to upgrade roads. I think our budget is okay now, or at least we'll get some of these upgraded and go from there. So we're going to go ahead and mark this as our Central Park. I'm going to call this Wareham Green. Actually, no, we're going to call this Wareham Rock. And then I'm going to get some paths in here and get a very basic park to begin with. All right, so then I think what I want to do is we're going to bring these trees out, and I'm just going to line this with a tree of my own choice, and that is going to be, even wild conifer would be good here. Yeah, I like that actually. Just going to line the outside of the park. So eventually we might end up with avenues along there. We'll see. And it's already reached level 2. But anyway, I'm going to do this on a time lapse, and then I'll be on the other side. All right, so we have our Wareham Rock Park, which is our central area, and I think that's actually where we're going to leave it today. So we have made some pretty good progress. We are growing, we're making a good start to the city, and let me know what you guys think of this series, and if you like it and you like the format, and any topics you want me to cover as we are building. But anyway, that is it. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Take care.